Hi, I'm Serra. This is Joe Scarola, and welcome to BJJ Basics. First technique we're going to do is arm lock from the guard. Now the basic arm lock from the guard. Alright, first thing we do is the proper grip on the arm. I'm going to come underneath, I'm going to hold on to Joey's elbow, my other hand right here on his wrist. Clamp my arms down. Okay? This is the proper grip. Once I have this grip, the same side, I put that foot right in his hip. My other leg, I'm going to keep nice and loose. Alright, I'm going to bring my heel right to the ceiling. I'm going to bring my head and my shoulders off the mat. Now I use my foot and the hip to get an angle. I want to spin like a top. When I spin, I want to see his ear. So I keep this leg loose. I push off his hip and I just spin to see his ear. By keeping my leg loose, it falls right into his armpit. Now I'm just going to clamp my heel down towards his far shoulder. I can let go of the wrist, not the elbow. When I let go of the wrist, I put my pinky right next to his neck, grabbing his traps. I'm just going to replace this arm with my other leg. So I bring it around his head, clamp my heel down, okay? When I'm here, guys, I want to control the wrist, thumb to the ceiling, pinning it to my chest, put my hips up, take the arm lock, okay? Let's do that again. Wrist, elbow, clamp the arms down. The reason why I'm gripping like this and not like this, okay, this is not the same thing. Joey puts his elbow to the floor, I can't get the angle I want now. Alright? Whenever I'm looking straight at Joey, if I just try to bring my leg over, sometimes you see the guys do this in MMA, I have no angle, it's very low on the arm. Joey just brings his arm back a little bit and he's out. Okay? So, I need that angle, I need to look at his ear. That's the green light to take the arm lock. So wrist, elbow, clamp my arms down, foot in the hip, to allow myself to spin better, head and shoulders off the mat like I'm doing a crunch. This leg nice and loose, I spin, I see the ear. Now, sometimes he keeps his head down, it's hard to get my leg over there. That's why we let go of the wrist, just prop him up, bring it right around, heels down to my butt. The reason why I clamp my legs down the way I'm doing, if Joey stands up, I can still take the arm lock right here. If my feet are to the ceiling and not to my butt, he'll stand up, a strong guy, and pull right out of there. Alright, so it's very important. Keep your heels to your butt. And don't lock your legs. Wrist, elbow. Foot in the hip. Head and shoulders up. This leg, I have to keep it loose. If I keep it stiff, it prevents me from getting the angle I want. So I want it nice and loose. That way when I spin, it falls right where I want it. Heel down. Leg comes around. Do not lock your legs. If I lock my legs, it's easy for Joey to stack me. They can pull that arm out. So I want to make sure I keep my heels to my butt this way. Grab that wrist, take that arm lock. Head and shoulders up. See the ear, that's the green light. Bring it around. Heels down and take. We're going to go over the arm lock from the guard when somebody has you pinned down. I'm here, and my opponent has me pinned down by the biceps. We're using the biceps right now. If this is, MMA, it could be anywhere. Grabbing my neck. If this is a real fight, this could be somebody reaching for your eyes, grabbing your throat, pulling your hair. Anytime my opponent is in between my legs and he's extending something, whether he's grabbing my neck, if I had hair, reaching for my hair, whatever the case may be, okay? He's giving me a gift. I'm going to take advantage of it, all right? He's pinning me down by my biceps, so I have two arms I could take. What I want to do is, I don't need my arms for this. I'm just going to hold on to his elbows, all right, just so they're not dangling. I'm going to put my foot in the hip. If I put my foot in his hip on this side, that's the arm I'm taking. So I'm going to move my whole body away from the arm I'm taking. My other leg nice and loose, head and shoulders up. I'm just going to spin. Okay, I see his ear. Clamp my heel down right towards his shoulder. Now, I want to bring my knee from one shoulder to the other. It's like an upside down U. So I just come around his head. His arm is right in place now. Now I clamp my heel down to my butt. Both hands to the wrist, thumb to the ceiling. Pin it to your chest. Slowly raise your hips. Okay? We take the elbow. Break the arm. So we're here. Just so your arms aren't dangling, hold on to his elbows. Alright? We're not going to be using our arms at all for this. Here, foot in the hip, head and shoulders up. My legs nice and loose. I spin. Here, nice spin. Heel down towards the shoulder. Again, if he's got me pinned down and I try to bring that knee right towards my face, it's going to jam up into his arm. So bring it over his head. And look how his arm falls right into place. Here, and we take that arm lock. Make sure your heels are to your butt and do not lock your legs. If I lock the legs, Joey will stack me and pull that arm out. Okay? If I have my legs straight up to the ceiling, Joey stands up, he'll pull right out. If I got my heels where they should be, to my butt, okay, he stands up. He's still going to be tapping. Okay, I can still break that arm when he's on his feet. We're here, elbows, foot in the hip. Again, to get a nice spin, head and shoulders off the mat. I'm on the small of my back. Leg nice and loose. Push away from the arm I'm taking. Clamp the heel down. From shoulder to shoulder, go right around his head. Here. Control that wrist and take. Now we're going to be going over how to get the triangle off the arm lock. Okay, we're here. Got the grip on my opponent's arm. Foot in the hip, head and shoulders up. Keep the leg nice and loose. We spin. Heel down. Very important that my heel is down towards his shoulder. If I have my leg down here low, when he pulls his arm out, yeah, he's just going to leave. All right? So when I'm here and I got the angle I want, I'm looking at his ear, I keep my leg up high in his armpit, down towards his far shoulder. Now, when he pulls this arm out, this keeps him down for a split second. Long enough for me just to lock my legs like a guard here. Now, my arm is going to go right to his elbow. Very important, guys. I can go for the triangle right here, okay? But I want my ankle right in the bend of my leg. You got short legs like me, that could be a problem. Or you could be going with a guy really stocky and you have a difficult time locking up that triangle. So what I want to do is, I keep my legs locked like a guard. I pulled his arm across. I'm going to hold on to my ankle. Okay? I put my foot in the hip. I keep my heel down towards my knee. Now, I'm going to escape my butt towards his knee. I push off his hip. Here. Get a slight angle. Now I just come up and I come down to get that triangle. Hands to the back of the head. I'm going to lift my hips up. Pull down the back of the head. Touch my thighs together. Here. Close the carotid arteries. Put them to sleep. Going for the arm lock. Head and shoulders up. Here. He pulls this out, his arm out. lock it like a guard. Immediately, I go to his elbow. I'm going to pull this across my belly. Again, guys, to buy myself time, okay, to get that angle I need. If I just put that foot in his hip and there's a space here, he'll pull out. So make sure when you're here, you grab your ankle, put your heel to your knee. Now, let me hold it onto my ankle. Go to leave, Joe. Yeah, this keeps him down. Now, foot in the hip, I scoop my butt slightly towards his knee. Again, I'm looking towards his ear. Up, down. Back of the head, hips up, head down, legs together. Take that triangle choke. Head and shoulders up. Here, heel towards the shoulder. He pulls out. Right away. Go right to his elbow. Lock my legs up. I'm going to reach for my ankle. Guys, when I grab here, I don't grab my toes. If I grab my toes, Joey tries to pull up, I can actually break my ankle here. So I make sure I hold here. All right, that way, Joey wants to pull up, keeps him down. It's not going to hurt my ankle. Scoot your butt out slightly. Up, down. Take. Escape the hips. That little angle makes a huge difference.
Good.
Now we're going to go over the triangle choke. I'm here, and my opponent, he's playing tight to me here, okay? So what I want to do is, I'm going to go right for the triangle. My one hand, I want like the end of a cane, like a hook. I'm going to hook the back of his neck here. Now with this hand, I'm just going to grab his wrist. When I grab his wrist, what I'm going to do here is, I'm not going to try to punch his arm between my legs. I'm just going to try to pin his wrist right to his chest. Okay? So I'm here. I grab, put it right to his chest. Now, very important. I'm going to bring my legs like I'm doing a split. What I want to do is I'm going to come up on my shoulders and bring my butt up here towards his chest. Now, I'm just going to lock my legs up. Now I can let go of the back of his neck. I let go and I grab my ankle. My foot is going to go to the hip and I keep my heel towards my knee. I'm going to reach towards his elbow. I'm going to bring the arm across. Simultaneously, I scoop my butt towards his knee. Head the opposite way, towards his ear. Now, up and down my leg. Up, down. Right in the bend of my leg. Back of the head. Pull down in the back of the head. Lift your butt off the floor and touch your thighs together. Nice tight triangle choke. So we're here. Opponent's keeping his head down, trying to pin me down. Hand like a hook, okay? Right to the back of the neck. This hand, grab that wrist. Again, all I gotta do is get his wrist right to his chest. Bring it to his chest. Now, I have to make sure I clear my leg over his arm. So it can be difficult just bringing it this way. What I wanna do is, I'm just gonna bring my butt up here. Okay, so I come back on my shoulders. I bring my butt up, wide legs, and I lock it up high. So we're here, hand like a cane, keeping his head down. Grab his wrist, pin it to the chest. We come up, we lock it up. Okay, now, I can let go of his neck. Grab the ankle. The ankle, I'm not grabbing the toes. If I grab the toes and he pulls up, I can do serious damage here to my ankle. I can break my own ankle. So I want to make sure I'm grabbing right here. That way, when I make the transition, foot in the hip, heel to my knee, I'm going to escape my butt right towards his knee on the floor. My head goes the opposite way, here. When I'm making that transition, he goes to pull up. It's not going to hurt my leg at all, hurt my ankle. Now I come up and I come down. We take. Again. Hand like the end of a cane. Keep his head down there. Just pin this to the chest. Again, guys, don't just try to bring it over. Put your butt on the floor. Bring your butt up to his chest. Lock it up nice and high. Okay? Ankle, foot and the hip, heel to the knee. Escape your butt out. Up and down. Up, down. Okay? We're going to touch our legs together. Pull down the back of the head. Lift your butt off the floor. Everything simultaneously. Here. Now we're going to go over the omoplata off the triangle choke. Right from the triangle. We're here. Get the wrist in. Up top. Now, I'm going to finish up the triangle. Joey grabs around my leg this way. Now, even if I lock my legs here, it's hard for me to close this carotid artery. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, we're in this position. I'm just going to switch my grip here. Put my forearm right in front of his neck. I'm going to grab my ankle. I'm going to put it right in front of his face here. Guys, I want to reinforce this in case Joey tries to put the weight on me. If I don't have my hand on my ankle, my knee could pop. If he brings his head towards mine to stack me, you know, it's not going to make me submit, but it'll pop my knee here. So what I want to do is I just want to reinforce it by holding onto my ankle. Now, no matter how much weight Joey puts on me, yeah, it's not going to bend my leg here. I'm good. Now, I want to bring my upper body towards his lower body. So I use my free leg to kick out, and I just bring my upper body right towards his butt this way. Now, when I go to sit up, I extend my legs. I'm going to sit up, I'm going to hold right around his waist. It's very important here, guys. My feet, I don't want them running into the floor, so I'm going to point them away from his body. First things first, when I grab him around the waist, I scoop my butt back, get my feet, point them away, here. Now, I want to bring my knee right here to my foot. I'm going to push off the floor with my foot that's farthest away from his body. So I push off, I hold around his waist, I push off, up, here. This gives me a lot of control. If I'm up too high, if you feel like you're going to go either too hard or not hard enough here, it's hard to get your butt off the floor. When your butt is back towards his knee, now my feet are away. Knee to my heel. I push off the floor. Now I have total control. I just push off my back leg. Here. It's very important, look at the position I'm in here, that I have him around the waist. You can do everything right, but if you don't have him around that waist, he's just going to tumble salt right out. Let's do it again. Triangle. I'm looking to finish it up. He grabs around my leg. So we switch grips from here to here. I'm going to put this right in front of his face. Now again, guys, I just want to kick this out, swing my head here, right to his lower body. Guys, if he tries to sit straight up as I try to sit up, it's a circus. So what I want to do is, go to sit up, Joey, I just extend my legs here to bring him back down. Scoot your butt away, hug around the waist. Again, the feet away from his body, okay? So it's going here. Look how I bring my knee down. I push off my back foot, and I take total control. I can go as fast or as slow as I want up. You want to put your knee on the floor right next to his ear. Breaks right in his shoulder. Here, he grabs around the leg. Put it right in front. Okay? Joey tries to put the weight on me. Look, nice and secure. Kick this leg out, upper body towards his lower body. Here. If you triangle here, it's going to make it difficult when he goes to sit up to bring him back down. So, what you want to do is you want to straighten your legs. You sit up, hug around the waist. If you feel you're up too high, you could use your hand on the floor, scoot your butt back. Here. Feet away from the body. Here. Okay? Knee right to my foot here. Okay? Right towards my heel. Push off the floor with your back leg. Up like you want to say something to him in his ear. Ear. Okay, your knee right towards his ear. Total control. Now we're going to go over the Kimura from the guard. We come underneath, take the arms off, grab the wrist. Do not sit up. Sit across. Picture like you're giving him an elbow. Here. All right, now I'm up to my elbow. I have his wrist. I'm going to come underneath his armpit. I'm going to grab my wrist here. Now, as I lay down, very important. I'm laying down. I escape my hip out slightly. Okay, that's crucial. Now, I want my whole upper body going 3 o'clock. When I do that, my leg goes on the small of his back right here. I glue his elbow to my chest. I want his hand going to the back of his head. It's very important that I have a leg here on his lower back. I could lock my guard if I like at this point, or just keep the leg here on the small of his back. Don't move his whole arm. I want his elbow glued to your chest. I want his thumb going right towards my leg here. So his arm's bent. Now, with my right arm, I'm just going to bring his hand to the back of his head here to break the shoulder. Come underneath. Grab that wrist. Again, guys, I can't tell you how important this is. Do not sit up. Sit across. Here. His wrist, my wrist. I lay down. It's very important, guys. If I just lay down and I don't escape my hip, it's going to be hard, especially if he's a strong guy. If I have no angle, it's going to be more strength trying to submit him here. I have to get the leverage to take that shoulder. So, as I'm laying down, I escape my butt out. So I'm laying down here, escape my butt out. Now watch, the leg goes on the small of his back, my upper body goes 3 o'clock. Perfect. Here. And like I said before, if I do not have my leg here, Joey, go ahead, he's going to roll right out. And I'm going to lose him. Underneath, like we're praying. Sit across like you're giving an elbow. Here. His wrist, my wrist. No thumbs. You don't need your thumbs on this. I lay down, escape my butt out slightly. Everything 3 o'clock. My upper body 3 o'clock. Leg on the small of his back. His elbow is glued. All I'm moving is this right here. I want that to touch the back of his head. Here. Okay? Now we're going to go over the up and over from the Kimura. So we're here, we're going for Kimura. I'm having a hard time getting it. Alright? So what I want to do is, I'm going to hold on to his elbow, the bony part of his elbow. I'm going to prop myself up with my hand. Now, it's very important. I'm taking him this way. Same side, I'm sitting cross to, and the arm I'm dominating. I want to bring my butt off the floor. I want it going straight to the ceiling. Alright? I'm going to be going 12 o'clock, then 3 o'clock. So my feet are underneath me here. I bring my butt up, and then we take him over. Immediately, when I mount, hands out for base, dead weight. Okay? I want to make sure there's no space between me and my opponent here. And the ground is always there to help me stay on top. You hang in there?
I'm good.
All right, good. Looking for Kimura? Can't get it. Hold the elbow. Prop yourself up. I could reverse him from here, but you have so much more leverage when you prop yourself up with your hand. Now, I bring my butt straight to the ceiling here. Hips up and over. Grounds that help me stay on top. Elbow, hand underneath me here. Up and over. That's where you want to be. Now we're going to go over the guillotine choke from the Kimura. Come underneath. We sat across. We come around. Very important. Before I start laying down, I have to grab that wrist. If I bring this around, I look for it as I lay down. Now, Joey's shoulders preventing me from grabbing my hand. So you want to make sure before you lay down, lock them up. Grab that wrist. Come underneath. Here, again, no sit-up, sit across. Here. Right around, grabbing my wrist, right by my hand, make a fist with that hand. Here. Now I got the grip, now I sit down. I'm gonna make my armpit heavy in the back of his head, pull up on my wrist, pull away with my legs. Take that guillotine. Wrist, sit deep. Now we're going to be going over this scissor sweep from guard. When I'm here, Joey's pinning me down. What I want to do is I'm going to hold on to his elbows. It's very important. Before I go to sweep him, I need to escape my hip. Alright? So I put my foot on the floor. That's the way my butt's going to go. I get the weight on my foot and my opposite shoulder. I'm going to lift up my butt, escape it out. Now, my one leg blocks his knee. My other leg's going to come across his belly, hooking my foot right onto his hip. Once I'm here, I want to loosen the load, so I pull him forward slightly. I'm just going to scissor him over. I scissor him over, and I follow him up immediately. Dead weight. Okay, we achieve that mount position. Elbows, foot on the floor. Escape your hip out. Shin comes across. Pull forward slightly, reverse right over to that mount position. Now we're going to go over sweep from guard. Now Joey's in my guard. He's got me pinned down. He's going to take a step up. When he goes to stand up here, as soon as this leg comes up, I'm going to come right underneath, right to his ankle. My other hand holding on to his elbow. I open up my legs. Now it's like I'm doing a curl. I want to bring my head to his ankle. Keep my legs nice and loose like I'm doing a split. My one leg is going to fall into his armpit. My other leg is going to be right in line with his head. Now, look, my butt's totally 3 o'clock and out from underneath him. I'm going to swing this leg back towards his knee. Well, as I'm swinging this down, as soon as I don't see my leg anymore, I'm going to chop this leg into his armpit. Now I'm going to let go. I'm going to get in mount position. All right, Joey's got me pinned down by the biceps. He takes that step up. That leg comes up. I go underneath right to his ankle. Open up my legs here. Now, it's all about the angle. My head's got to go to his ankle. So I do like I'm doing a curl. Okay? When I do that, I kick my leg out. And I keep this leg nice and loose so it falls into his armpit. So I do that curl. I kick my leg out. This is where I end up. Now, from here, my leg is right in line with his head. I'm going to swing this leg down. It's very important. When I swing this leg down, this leg in his armpit is going to chop into his armpit. Okay? So I'm going to come here, still holding on to his leg. I let it go once I mount. Now we're going to go over the arm lock off the sweep. The leg comes up. We come underneath. I go for the sweep. As soon as I go for the sweep, he sinks his weight back. Very important. If I just bring my leg over here, it's too low on his arm. If I see a space between my legs and his body, it's no good. Okay? If Joey just bends his arm, brings his elbow in, I lost the arm lock. It was very low on his arm, that arm lock. Now you can just pull that arm out, past my guard, and I'm in trouble. Okay? So it's very important when we're here. We come out, he sinks the weight back. Instead of just bringing that leg over, look how I come up on my shoulders. I come up and I snatch it. Now it's very high on his arm. Here, one finger, he'll feel this. A lot of leverage there. Okay, so now we take it first here, just in case he goes to stack and I feel like I can't get it, I can't raise my hips. What I want to do is just grab his ankle, throw it over his shoulder. Here, and take. Nice and tight. Again, controlling that wrist, thumb to the ceiling. Okay guys, now we're going to go over some ways how to pass the guard. What I want to do is, first things first, my arm positioning. I want one hand here in the chest. My other hand is going to be checking his hip, pushing his hip down. I got my toes underneath me. I want my shoulder of the arm that's straight in his chest towards his chin, this way. Okay? The reason why I have my arm positioning this way, if I have both hands back here towards his belt, trying to dig my elbows in like guys do, if Joey just pulls me in with his legs this way, he's going to break my posture. I'm never going to be able to open this up or stand up if I'm trying to break the guard down here. Okay? All he has to do is pull me in with his legs. Pull me in with the legs, Joey. Yeah, then he's going to tie me up and I got to address this. What I want to do is, when I have my hand here in his chest, that takes that away. He goes to pull me in with his legs, this stops it. Okay? The only problem is arm lock. He could get me in the arm lock if I'm not doing the right thing with this arm. This arm is going to protect this arm. So I'm pushing down on his hip here, looking back at the ceiling, shoulder towards his face. Now, if he goes for the arm lock here, go for the arm lock, Joey. Come around. I'm keeping his hip down with my left arm. And I can just bend this arm. It's very low on the arm, that arm lock. I can just bend it, take it out, and pass his guard right there. So what I want to do is, I want to keep him down with the one arm. The other arm is going to check his hip. So the guys make a big mistake is they're here and they're looking to open up that guard right away. If I'm doing that, I'm not doing the right thing here with my arm. Joe can snatch me right in an arm lock. Yeah, come up and take. Okay? So I want to make sure, pushing down on that hip, shoulder towards his face. Another reason why I hold him like this, if he goes to sit up across, if I got my arms back, if Joey wants to sit across, like, yes, he can take me up and over, Kimura, guillotine. I want to keep him flat. So if I'm here with my hand in his chest, if he ever goes to sit across, I just have the other hand meet it, put him right flat, get right back to my posture, then I'm going to get into my pass. I got my proper posture here. Same side as the arm that's forward, that leg's coming up. Now, as soon as that leg's up, what I want to do is, I'm leaning, guys, I'm always looking to the ceiling. I'm never leaning forward here, okay? Once I'm here, I'm going to slide my hand back from his hip right to the inside of his leg. I use my elbow right on the inside of his knee to break open his guard. As soon as I break open his guard, I replace my elbow with my hand. I bring my elbow to my ribs. With this hand, I don't want to reach behind. I want to reach above his knee. So I'm going to come in right here, grab right onto his thigh. Now, I lower myself. I bring my knee towards his armpit. I get that leg right up here on my shoulder. Pinky goes to the neck. I want to grab his traps. This hand, right down the center of his butt to his lower back. Now it's like I'm dumping the trash. I'm going to lift up his butt. I'm going to bring his knee towards his nose. When I do that, I prop him up with my back leg. Toe and heel on the floor. Same thing on this side. Toe and heel on the floor. There's no space between his leg and my neck. Now I'm going to take this out here. And I just push with my chest. Squeeze that leg out of the way. Chest to chest. Nice tight cross-side. Elbow next to the ear. Hand as a post. Right next to his belt. What I mean by a post is if I do not have that hand there, Joey can bring me right back to guard. I want to be right here cross-side. Now we're going to do the same pass, but from standing up. Same thing with the arms, the proper positioning here, okay? Chest, checking his hip, shoulder towards the face. Leg comes up. Now, I'm going to stand up. When I want to stand up, I'm not going to take another step up. If I take another step up, you're going to see my head go, in this case, from left to right, okay? I don't want that. I want my head going straight to the ceiling. So what I'm going to do is, with my back leg, I'm going to bring my foot out like a windshield wiper, out this way, okay? When I bring my foot out, my big toe on the floor, now I'm going to bring my heel down. I'm going to drive my leg that's up, that knee towards his belly, pelvis forward. So it's going to look like this, here, here, okay? Proper posture. When I stand up that way, my head goes straight to the ceiling. I never want to be propped over this way. If you're like this, you're not like a tree, you're like a table. You take away a leg of a table, it's going to fall. You want your posture, everything going to the ceiling, this way. Pelvis forward. Okay? Now, once I'm here, same exact pass. Hand comes in, open it up, elbow to my ribs. This hand, again, above the knee. Here, now, I have to get this up on my shoulder. I'm not going to lift it up there. I want to bring my leg that's forward, my knee going towards his armpit like I'm doing a forward lunge. So my knee goes towards his armpit, I lower my body, it fits exactly where it should fit, right here, right on my neck. Now, grab the traps, this hand, make it disappear. It's very important not only to stack him, if I leave this arm out too long, Joey could pull it out and then I'm in danger of getting caught in a triangle choke or arm lock. So, as soon as I get this up, I make this arm disappear right down to his lower back. Now he can't pull me into that triangle. Lift his butt up, put his knee to his nose, prop him up. Now we finish the pass. We take the leg out, push with the chest. Nice tight cross-side position. Here. Leg up, big toe out. That's crucial. Here. Heel goes down, knee pointed towards his belly. This way. Not relying on my arms at all. They get smacked no matter what, doesn't matter. Good posture. My posture's right here. Now, we open it up. In. We reach underneath. All I got to do is grab his thigh right here. Now, my knee goes towards his armpit, like I'm doing a forward lunge, and I lower myself. Here. Grab his traps, pinky next to his neck, make it disappear, lift up his butt, knee to nose. That's what I want. No space between his leg and my neck. Take the leg out, push with your chest. Nice tight cross-eyed position. Hand in the chest, hand in the hip. Same side. The arm is forward, leg up. Now for the very important part. Big toe out. We don't take another step up. Like a windshield wiper. I'm going to bring this leg out here. Big toe on the floor. So I'm here to here. Now my heel drives down. Knee goes forward. Hips forward. Pelvis forward. Here. When you stand up, you should be looking like an archer here. Okay, let's do that again. Here, here, big toe out, heel down, knee forward, pelvis forward. Here. Little bend in my legs. This is where all my base is and my posture right here. Going for my first pass. Open up. Going to get him stacked. He's got his legs wide. Both hands underneath, right towards his upper thighs. Now, slide him up on his shoulders. Bring his butt to your chest. Here. Now, palm to palm. Keep the weight on him. Walk to one side. Use your shoulder to squeeze that leg in front of your face. As soon as that leg passes, you bring your arm back. Hug. Underneath, palm up, underneath his shoulder. Shoulder pressure in his face. Post in. Wide legs, pelvis low. You don't want him to be able to look back towards you. You want that shoulder right in his chin. Slide him up on the shoulders. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to use your shoulder to squeeze the leg in front and bring your arm back, and wrestlers do this a lot, they grab the legs and they just throw them to the side here. Now, if he doesn't know jiu-jitsu on bottom, I could just bring this around his head and pass the guard. If he's skilled in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, he'll grab my elbow. It's hard for me to get back, chest to chest. I'll have to come up. If I come up, Joey can just roll back into a triangle or guard or whatever. That's why I want to use my shoulder to clear that leg. Tom? Bringing the arm back, he can't do that now. Let's take a look at another way to pass the guard. We're standing up in posture. Big toe out, heel down, we open up. I go to come underneath. Joey starts escaping his hip. My knee goes down above his knee. Straight down with my butt to get this leg up on my shoulder. Here. That's where I want to be. Everything low and tight. Now, this leg comes off. I come forward. Palm up, shoulder pressure. Now I kick this leg back, keeping my foot hooked here. Now, as soon as I unhook this, I bring my knee in. So you cannot slip this leg underneath my body. Now replace my knee, my hand. Nice tight cross-side. Now we're going to go over, if he defends that pass, how we go back to our stacking pass. Here, big toe out, heel down, we open up. He goes to slide, his hip out, we trap it. We go low, we trap him right here. Now, I'm going to go do that same pass I've just done. When I go to do that, Joey's pushing away. He's making it difficult for me to get that shoulder pressure that I want. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring my hand, my forehand is going to reach pinky next to his neck, grabbing his traps. Now, very important, I make this arm disappear between his legs. Now I unhook. As soon as I unhook here, my leg comes up, this hand disappears to his lower back. Lifting up his butt, stacking him the same way we started off with. Knee right on the lower back, big toe on the floor, heel on the floor, same thing with my other foot. Take the leg out, push with the chest. Nice tight cross-side position. Again. He's stopping me from playing tight and getting that shoulder pressure that I want. Alright, the great thing about this pass is I have an option to go to left to right. So now I can't pass the one way. I'm just going to put my pinky next to his neck, grabbing his traps. Make sure you bring this arm underneath before you unhook his legs. You don't want to do it before, because then you get caught up in the triangle. Okay, so we're here, keeping him trapped. Bring this arm through. Now, knee comes up, hands on the small of the back. We stack. This is where I want to be. Take this leg out, push with your chest. And there we are. Cross-side position. Hey, everything that's bad material, I don't want bloopers anywhere ending up on the internet.
I can't do no YouTubing with it?
No YouTubing.
And when we were both, my bad.
Oh, I'm gonna hold on to the balls. Hold on. Cut. This is when the machine breaks down. Boogity, 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 boogity.
Cut it out, dude.
Now we're gonna go over the super duper Serra sweep from guard.
Nice.
Fred.